How's it going, everyone? It's K Lumity here, and we are talking about another horror game for Halloween month. We are going to be talking about the Bathhouse Restored. This, I guess, is a remaster of a game called the Bathhouse. I wasn't familiar with it. I kind of went into this game blind. I thought it looked kind of cool, and I will say this. I like the aesthetic of it, and I honestly, I wanted to really like this game, but it ended up doing something that really annoyed me. So let's talk about the good first, because there is quite a bit of good. First of all, I like the pacing of this game, and I like the style of this game. This game takes place in a Japanese bathhouse. You are a new hire at it, and it is your job to take care of the customers there. You have to give the customers what they need, whether it be shampoo, body wash, washcloths. You gotta give them all of their supplies that they need. You have to make sure that they are happy and that the actual bath water is warm. You have to clean up after them. You have to make sure they're not breaking the rules, and they will try to break the rules. And you have to basically just monitor this entire bathhouse all by yourself, while also some supernatural stuff is going on as well. And some of the supernatural stuff I actually really like. A lot of the supernatural stuff in this game was pretty good, and I like how it played around with a lot of that stuff, especially in this bathhouse setting. So I really like that. And the character that you're playing as, she is new to the area, completely new. She's replacing someone who also was new to the job and didn't last very long. But she's replacing that person, and she's just trying to get a handle of her situation and figure out why this bathhouse is not only haunted, but why there's a lot of just weird characters around the area. There's a lot of weirdos in the town, especially your landlord. Your landlord just acts really shady, and she definitely, you can tell, like, there's already some distrust between them, and it's kind of interesting how it plays with that. And overall, I like the idea of it. I like the storyline, and I like even the gameplay. Trying to take care of the bathhouse, trying to give the characters what they need, talking to the characters. You don't have many dialogue options. It's usually just like kick characters out or like, let them stay and stuff like that. But you get to hear their dialogue and hear kind of like what they think of you. And usually they think pretty negatively of you, I gotta say. But I still enjoyed the game, and I enjoyed the dialogue, and I enjoyed all the different characters and all the just weird characters that came into the bathhouse. And it really made the bathhouse feel just very creepy. The atmosphere is really good in it, so I liked all that stuff. In terms of the graphics of this game, the actual areas look good, right? The bathhouse looks good, the scenery looks good, the outside looks good, the apartments, all that stuff. All the actual scenery looks pretty darn good. The characters don't look good, but I actually think it actually works in this game's favor that the characters don't look right, because like the characters definitely look more like, I don't know, like Xbox 360 graphics, I guess you could say. They don't look great, but it kind of plays into the game's favor because it just adds kind of an eeriness to the game. It just adds to the atmosphere and just adds to the creepiness factor. And I'm okay with the way the characters look because of that. And like I said, everything else actually looks really darn good in this game. The sound effects, I think, are pretty darn good. I like sound effects as well. And the music is also pretty good. I actually like all the ending songs. I got all 3 endings in this game, and I really liked all the music that was in this game. And the gameplay, other than just, doing serving the customers and stuff, you have to clean up at the bathhouse when it closes down for the day. And that's when a lot of the paranormal stuff starts happening. And it can get pretty freaky. And I like that, you're trying to balance it, and usually it doesn't interrupt you when you are cleaning. Like, you'll have some things, some like ghosts talk to you and stuff like that, but like it doesn't really give you the scares until you're done cleaning and it's time to relax. Your character gets to use the bathhouse after, it shuts down. And then that's when stuff really starts going wrong. But whenever you're just like cleaning the actual house itself, it's actually not bad. I actually kind of enjoyed the gameplay. And you're still on edge because you just never know if something is going to go wrong, right? So I actually really liked all of that. I liked cleaning the bathhouse. Actually, I thought it was actually kind of fun. It usually is just basically draining the baths, washing them, scrubbing them, and then like cleaning the mirrors and stuff. And while that may not sound like fun gameplay, it actually kind of is, because it actually all works towards a boss fight towards the end of the game, which is really interesting, and I actually really had fun with that. So I like all of that stuff. So now you may be saying, okay, you're talking pretty good about this game. What's the negative? The negative is all of the endings. So I beat this game every way you can. and basically every ending sucks. There's not an ending that I actually enjoyed. The I guess ending 2, the second ending, which is like the middle ground ending. It's like you have the bad ending, you have the middle ground ending, and you have the good ending. And the middle ground ending, I guess, would actually probably be my favorite, but I'm still not a huge fan of it. Now, the actual... I can't go into the endings too much because I don't want to spoil the game for those that do want to play it. But all I will say is that I don't like it when games make you play the bad ending first in order to get the good ending. You know, sometimes it can be done right. I've seen it done right in some visual novels. It's not done right in this game. The bad ending is just way too terrible for me to actually want to keep playing, really. Like, if I wasn't doing a review, I probably would just stop there. But I figured, you know what, I'm doing the review, I'll go ahead and keep playing. But if I got the first ending, and I was not reviewing, you know, games and stuff like that, I would have just stopped, because the first ending pissed me off so bad. The first ending is atrocious. And then you get the second ending, and it's like, okay, it's a little bit better, that's fine. And then you get the third ending, and the third ending is I almost dropped an F-bomb there. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. The third ending has a dubstepped fight in it between a priest and another character, and it's just like, what are you doing? All the seriousness that this game had is gone. You just took out all of it, and you just turned this game into a gigantic joke. So it went from having that eeriness to completely breaking it with a terrible, just off-putting fight scene that did not fit into this game. It just did not fit. It was completely out of place, and that was supposed to be the good ending. And it came across as a joke. If you want to do something like that, put that as like an extra thing. Do not put that as one of the endings, especially when it's supposed to be like the best ending in the game. Do not do that. You ruined the atmosphere of the game and made it feel like everything I worked towards was just a gigantic joke in the end. So the ending sucks. Every single one of the endings sucked. So I hate the endings in this game, and that's the biggest downfall of this game, because I really enjoyed the gameplay. But when an ending is that bad, and when you have 3 endings that are all pretty terrible, that is just a slap in the face to all of the work that you put in the actual gameplay. So that's why I cannot recommend this game. I want to. I love the idea of it. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the graphics. I love everything about the way it feels. But then when you get those stupid endings, it completely ruins everything that you have worked for. It feels like you have worked for nothing at the end. So that's where I kind of have to leave this review. I wish I could recommend this game. I like the idea of it. If you like the way it looks, maybe give it a try, but just know that those endings, they're not satisfying at all, and they might make you angry, in fact. So I'm going to leave the video there. I wish I could give this game a good review, but those endings were just too atrocious for me to be able to do that. I will give this game one other prop, though. At least on the third ending, you have to solve a puzzle, and it actually has a skip puzzle button, and that's kind of nice, because it's like one of the stupid sliding puzzles, and there's a lot of horror games that have puzzles in them, and puzzles are some of the things that I hate most in horror games, and I'm glad that this actually just had an option to let me skip that one puzzle, because it would have taken me forever to figure it out. So I hate the sliding puzzles. But anyway, so I will give it another positive there. I wish I could be more positive about the endings, though. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.